bakery. Did your love of baking turn into this business itself? It translated perfectly well for you?
It did. It did. Not perfectly well. Nothing's really perfect.
Right.
I did do all kinds of things. I did the corporate world. I did accounting. I did customer service and everything like that. But I just kept coming back to this, so I decided to try and do it full time.
And it's something easy that a lot of us can do at home with the little ones, right?
Yes, very much.
You just need, of course, the proper tools, and you're going to show us all of that. But first and foremost, if you're going to make these beautiful cupcakes, which you have on display, there are certain things you need. And first of all, you need to know how to bake a cupcake, right?
Yes, you do. Now, we bake everything here from scratch, but you can bake from mixes if you need to. It's not a crime.
Would you recommend that for beginners?
For beginners, for sure. Mix is always, it's already calibrated, it's already perfect. All you need to do is add the wet and you're ready to go.
Okay, so what kind of a cupcake here did you make?
Today we made red velvet. It's very popular and great flavor. It's a southern treat, but we're trying to bring it up here and make it popular.
And again, this is something that dads can do at home with the little ones, right?
Yes, for sure. Because cupcakes are very simple because all you need is the liner. You don't have to like really think about cutting anything or icing anything. It's very simple to just bake them off, and then you can ice them very, very casually with a spoon or a knife, or you can get into a piping bag like we're going to do here.
Right, and you made it very easy because here at the store you also sell icings, right?
Well, we sell ready-to-roll icing, which is a fondant, but we make our buttercreams from scratch. But you can make these quite easily. You can get them out of the can from the store,
right?
Or you can make them just with butter and icing sugar, or what we use is a Swiss meringue buttercream. It's a little bit more evolved, but you can do it.
But it sounds
very,
so
very
great.
simple.
And of course, when it comes to icing, you do need the proper tools. And you've got some tips here and a coupler here. And this is what you would use in a piping bag like this, right?
Yes, yes. This is a disposable piping bag, and these are just some tips. Come in so many different sizes and shapes. This is a standard round and a star. You can also get down to a very small round, as you can see here. And then there's a coupler if you want to get into the smaller ones.
Okay, and again, very easy to do at home. Okay, so I'm going to watch you do one here.
Well, first what we can do is, I've already pre-filled this bag, but this is your bag here.
Perfect.
Disposable piping bag. You can also get cloth ones, but we've already pre-filled the bag. What you do is you just cut off a bit of the edge.
Okay.
And I'll do that here.
And of course, if you're using bigger tips like the one you just showed us, then you wouldn't use a coupler, right?
Correct.
You just put the tip in the bag?
Right. So when we're in the kitchen setting, we don't normally use a coupler for anything this because we're doing large quantity. But you want to fold it over your hand and be able to get in there. And then you'll drop your tip right down and shimmy it down. And you don't want to cut out too much or your tip can slide right out on you. And then what you can do is I've done a variegated version here. I've striped this bag. So I've got half pink and half white. You can do any color combination you possibly want to do. But you can also just fill it just one color. But to stripe the bag, what we do is we take the buttercream and you're going to want to put it down one side.
Okay.
So you're going to scoop it in. And see how I've got it folded over my hand so I don't ever get it on my hands?
And I guess the rule of thumb is when you're at home and you're decorating with the kids, it doesn't matter if they get messy because they're going to lick it up and they're going to have a great time.
Exactly, exactly. And what you want to do, so we've got it down the one side, and I'm just going to switch it around for ease.
Okay.
And scoop up the pink.
And while you're doing that, Lisa, the thing is, you can do this at home. Again, like I mentioned, it's a great way of spending quality time with the kids, and you'll have wonderful memories with them. But at the same time, if you're a little hesitant, you offer classes here.
Yes, we do. We offer classes from beginners all the way to professionals, and we also are often bringing in celebrities from across the world that can teach us how to decorate in all kinds of things.
And if you are into cupcakes and cookies and baking for that matter, these celebrities you're bringing in, these are big name. They're top of the class.
Yeah, if you watch the Food Network at all, you probably recognize some of the names. Bronwyn Weber's coming in August. She was in the last cake standing and so many other challenges, and she's really well known in the industry.
Fantastic woman, and she brings her services here, and we can learn how to create them after.
And she's Canadian, so she's coming home. She's coming home.
Very nice.
She's very excited. So what you do is once you fill it, you'll fold it back up, and see I've got like no icing on my hands because I had the way I held it. And then you're going to squish it all down, and then you can gather it by holding it in one hand and gathering it up.
Look at that.
And you're going to twist it Really tight, because the big thing is you want to keep all your pressure enclosed here.
Okay.
Otherwise it'll come back out on you and you'll have a
Right.
big mess. So for kids, what we often teach is to put an elastic band around the top.
Okay.
Really, really tight, so that they can keep it tight and not worry, because they don't remember to
Yes.
keep that tight. And what you want to do is you squeeze it out until you start to see the different colors.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one bag there, but we've got one set up here. Now what you can do is, there's two things you can do. What we've done here is we've pre-filled them, because for kids they like to have a lot of icing and a surprise. So what you can do is just take your tip and shove it down into the cupcake.
Okay.
And squeeze from the top until you can start to see it.
There you go.
Okay?
Perfect.
So that's a filled one.
Okay.
And for this pattern that we've done here, this is a more fancy petal design.
Yes.
You can do a normal swirl, but we wanted to do something a little bit different. So we're going to take the cupcake.
Okay.
And see how this tip, this is called a rose tip, so it's narrow at the top and
Okay.
it's wider at the bottom. So we've done it, we want the narrow tip down towards you. And what you want to do is, with squeezing, you want to do basically a horseshoe pattern. And see how the striping has come
Right.
out? You've got half pink and then half white. So in a horseshoe, and you
Look at
just go
that.
up and down, horseshoe.
So pretty. And again, I mean, you are the expert. You've done this for many, many years. So if there are people out there who want gorgeous cupcakes like yours, they can come and see you
Yep.
and they can use your services. But there really is no right or wrong way when it comes to kids at home learning in the kitchen.
No, no, you can just get a spoon and say ice away and give
Yes.
them some sprinkles and they're more than happy.
Look at that.
So then once
pretty.
you've gotten all the way around, you'll start again.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you to do one. So you're watching, it's a horseshoe. And I'm just squeezing from here. I'm not even using the tip to guide. I'm using this, my hand, other hand to turn.
And Lisa, how long would these keep for?
These can keep about 2 to 3 days if refrigerated, but they never last that long.
No. It's a cupcake. It's got lots of icing on it.
And then you've got
Look at
the
how
finish.
pretty that is.
That's a finished one.
Oh my God, that is so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to try this really
Yeah.
quickly.
So you're gonna
and
hold it
Lisa,
tight.
I'm going to hold it like this, and this bottom tip's going to go down.
Yeah. And do a horseshoe.
Sort of like
Very
that.
good.
And of course, I haven't got the technique of rolling everything around.
I'll turn it for you.
Yes. Not quite as good as you, and that's why you're the one in business doing these cupcakes for people.
But you're getting it. You're getting a nice ruffle, which is still very pretty.
Okay.
And then when you've gone all the way around, you just go smaller and smaller. And when you get good at it, you just zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yes, but obviously it's not quite the same. But there, we get the idea.
Yeah.
Yours is so pretty. Okay, so that's a cupcake.
That's
now,
a
what
cupcake.
about cookies?
Okay, just clear this out of the
Cookies,
way.
again, is something easy that moms and dads can do with the little ones.
Yes, it is. So what we have here is for fun in the summer. We've got some watermelon slices we've done.
Okay, and how do you make the watermelon slices?
So what we've done is you have your cookie dough, and it's really good because it's sticky to roll it in between
Okay.
2 pieces of parchment. And you've got it all rolled out. So
Right.
we've just done this for an example. So we've rolled it all out. Then we've taken a round, and you can take a glass or any shape you
Okay.
have. You don't need a cookie cutter, but we've got a round this size, and we cut a round. Then we took a knife and cut it in half. So now we have 2 halves to our round.
Perfect.
And then we had this little flour cutter, and I thought, you know, watermelon, you're eating it.
A
Cute
bite
to
out
have
of
a
it.
little bite. And then we've got a finished cookie.
Bake it in the oven.
Bake it in the oven.
Comes out looking like this.
Comes out looking like that. And we've got 2 ways we're going to do it.
Right, and of course, I see the beautiful way you have done it right here.
Right.